Welcome, everyone, to the Angels Rest Monthly Blessing. This is our February blessing. And as you can see, we have a lot of sunshine, and it's not really cold, and we never know what to plan for. But hey, we'll take it, right? And today's just a glorious day. We're in the 60s. I don't know. If we could stay this way, I'd be happy for the rest of my life. So my name is Patty Hegwood, and I'm with Best Friends and have been coming up on 20 years now. And one of my favorite places in the whole world is Angels Rest. Why? Well, you guys know why. But for our folks at home, this is probably one of the most serene and spiritual places. You hear the chimes going. It's just, I don't know, we're wrapped in glorious goodness here. So this month we're going to focus on nature. What a great time to do that. So I just came back from the Best Friends National Conference, which was held in Palm Springs, California. It's absolutely beautiful. I didn't know that it could actually be drier than Kanab, but it is. And it's almost, I said, like somebody took saltines and kept stuffing them between my lip and my gums. It's just unreal how dry. However, you're taken back into a place of, I don't know, old Hollywood and giant palm trees and just a different lifestyle. And what I thought was really cool is, the Best Friends Conference is an opportunity for all of us to come together with like-minded individuals working on how we're going to save more lives and how we will stop the killing of animals in our nation's shelters by 2025. And everyone walks away totally invigorated and revitalized, not only from all of the really good conversations that we're having and motivational speaking from especially our CEO, Julie Castle, but also it's a time for us to figure out what we can do, not what we can't do, but it's what we can do and what we can do when we're together. And when the conference was over and we're all buzzing around, we decided to go to Joshua Tree National Forest. I've never been, and it was absolutely breathtaking. As far as the eye can see are these fabulous trees that are in the middle of pretty much desolation. It's dry, it's crispy, and then you have these beautiful, sturdy trees that are, standing over their little arms with their, what do they call them? Pinnacles, I think, on the end. And they're just robust and gorgeous. And they really gave me pause because they made me think about, especially when we're faced with the loss of one of our animal companions, time kind of stands still. It stops right there for us. We have trouble mitigating the past with the present and the future. We have a lot of rumination about what just happened and how poorly we feel because of this event. And it's kind of hard to see clear to the future. It's hard to see that there even is a future at that point because we're staring at empty food bowls. We're lost in our old routine. It's not right anymore. This is when we usually take a walk, or this is when we usually play with the ball. And, I was just standing out there in this amazing landscape, and I'm thinking, wow, you were here way before me, and you're going to be here way after I'm gone. And maybe, we always have to stop and take a moment and let our heart decompress and let ourselves heal and hold ourselves very kindly. We also have to remind ourselves that life goes on. We love again. We open our heart again. We know we're going to do it. Sometimes we say we won't, but we know we will. And we're always that much better for it. We're always better people because the most amazing thing that happens in our relationship with the animals is they bring out something in us, something that we might not have ever known existed, some special nugget of juicy goodness that we didn't know until they came along. And I think that's what keeps us going back over and over again. And what that does for us is it helps us create our own time frame continuum of love. There is loss in there, but the love is so much greater, so much deeper, and so much worthwhile. So we talk about the shifts we make. We talk about our greater capacity for love. But I want to give you all a big nudge. I'm going to give you the big nudge to go out there or even walk out here amongst the trees. Breathe in the air. Look at everything around you. Look at these incredible cliffs. They've all been here before us. They'll all be here long after we're gone. And they're sturdy and they're strong and they've weathered the test of time, storms, crazy wind, everything. And they continue on. And so do we. We're way more resilient. We are way more resilient than we give ourselves credit. So thank you all for being here today. And I'm going to pass on now to my friend, Byron.
Hello, I'm Byron, one of the caretakers here at Angels Rest, and I'm going to share the names of the animals that passed away this month here at the sanctuary and also some tributes that have been sent in. In Cat World, we have Sue, Benny, Katmai, and Claudius. In Dogtown, we have Jackson. And then for the tributes, we have Gabby, Yoda Nunez, JD, Muffin, Grace, Manny, and Ginger, Francis, Ralph, Bernice, Cash, Ozzy, Maggie, Amber, Chance, and then also Maggie, Skylar, and Angel.
Hello, my name is James. I'm an Angels Rest caretaker, and I will share some stories with you to commemorate some animals, some pets that have crossed the Rainbow Bridge over the past few weeks. Leah. She's never had a bad day. That's what Chris, Leah's trainer at Best Friends Animal Society, told us in August of 2012 when we met and ultimately adopted Leah. Her formal name, Leah Sopapilla. It's lovely, isn't it? Our adoption specialist, Nancy, helped us complete the process of calling Leah our girl. And for 12 and a half years, that is exactly what she was, our girl. Leah left us just a few days after Christmas 2024. We think she managed her way through the holiday for our sake. And to say a slightly longer goodbye, Leah, you were a kick in the pants, all hound, smart, funny, fiercely loyal, an avid hunter, squirrels and bunnies beware, and curious about everything and everyone. When we brought you home from Best Friends, we shook our heads a few times, wondering what we had gotten ourselves into. Turns out, we got ourselves into one of the most important and precious relationships of our lives. You were such fun. You loved all humans and managed in your later years to tolerate most dogs. This was significant progress. You were sweet when you wanted to be, and you were so loved. Fly high and run free now, sweet girl. Mom and Dad miss you terribly. But the gift of 12 and a half years with you makes the grief and the loss worth it. Your life was a special one, Thanks for sharing it with us. We love you always and forever. Russo. The night before my boy Russo passed, I was on the floor sleeping next to him. And as he went into this intense dream, he started kicking me in the head with his back legs. It was clear he was running in his dream, something he had not been able to do in the last couple years due to his spinal issues. But that just reaffirmed in me his desire to run again. And so yesterday I gave him the chance to do just that. I will miss you every day, Russo, and I will never stop loving you. Love always, Dad.
Hello, everybody. My name is Josh. I'm the manager here at Angels Rest. And today I'd like to talk about some other stories that were also sent in here for Angels Rest. We will start with Raven. We will always miss you so much. The tears have not stopped flowing, but we know you are in a better place. You are with our other kids, Iggy, Gracie, Ruby, and Daisy May. And you are running in a manner you have not been able to for quite some time. We will always remember the grace and speed at which you ran as a younger dog. You used to glide over the earth, and we are grateful that you are gliding once again. You could swim forever and were more willing to swim in any water you encountered, including the icy springs of the Sierra Lakes. You love the Sierras because of all the water, but you loved the romp in the snow the most. Winter was such a magical time. You traveled to all the western states in your trailer, and each state had lakes, snow, and lots of open space to run. We will miss your constant presence. You followed us from room to room, yard to yard. We will always remember your goofy smile. We will forever treasure your sweet, sweet temperament. Take care, our silly little boy, our sweet Babu. This is from the Hager family. Gucci was a Metropolitan Maltese rescue, a foster who came to me just as COVID quarantine hit. She was such a sweet and loving pup who was kind and gentle with every little thing. By the time quarantine ended, there was no way I could let her be adopted by someone else. She believed she was home, and so did I. Tally was found on the streets of Brooklyn and came to me as a foster for a Metropolitan Maltese rescue. He was adopted twice and returned for being something of an ankle biter. I decided to just keep him, and right up to the end of his 15 years, he was a spunky pup. Macy was barely 5 pounds and had been on the streets of Long Island for quite some time. Yet another MMR foster failure, who in the 7 years was with me. With the 7 years she was with me, she never sought nor gave affection until what was to be her last week on earth, when she was snuggled with her canine siblings and came to me seeking cuddles. I loved her spunky personality. And finally, Casey Boy, also known as Kissy Boy. He came to me as a foster with what I thought was a kennel cough, but was actually canine influenza. He almost didn't make it. But he was my cuddle boy who slept right next to me and gave kisses at any and every opportunity. Well, at this point, I'd like to offer a moment of silence. For this month, there had been a lot of natural disasters and, personal tragedies, and it just seemed like it's been a little extra tough this past month. So I'd like to reflect that in our moment of silence.
Thank you all for coming out today. It's just been a beautiful time, and you are now getting the shade and the nice high desert cool that comes with it. If you don't like anything around here with regard to the weather, just wait 5 seconds and it changes, right? I love hearing all these stories of how the animals have touched people's lives. I love hearing about the dog who's kicking and how much we do, how much we forgive, how much we put up with because we know it's nothing personal. We're living together. We're making it work. And if only we could take a page out of the old animal book and reflect that upon one another, gee, just think how great we could really be, right? They ask for nothing, we give everything. They give everything. It's a win-win-win, right? So I always like to do a little poem in the very end, and today was very easy. Basically, it's all about the Joshua tree. I now want to know more than I ever have about Joshua trees after witnessing these guys in their natural environment. So this is called Healing of a Joshua Tree. Some may look to distant Mars among radiant stars. Get to the desert, you'll find more much nearer ours. Nearer than any man knows. Ancestral, celestial bones. Secret kept in Mojave's bounty. Seldom seen, though I've never been. Spread a cluster of clustered flowering panicles. Tall giants in sun-swept sleep. Despite little rain, inside darkest soul they creep. As a child waking from slumber, thirsty in wonder, they'll see you free with no more pain, except that you bring. Look to the west, our landlocked stars, and be free again, truly free once again. Thank you all again for being here, and we look forward to seeing you in March. Enjoy your time. Thank you to everyone at home. Bye now.